Hey guys, my name is Henry Tenby, and this is a quick edition of Model Moment. Behind me is a gargantuan 1/20th scale CP Boeing 737-200. This is a huge floor model. It dates from when the actual aircraft went into service in 1968. So it's a major piece of Canadian aviation history, and it's just, as you can see, it's just too big for my collection. So before I say goodbye to this model, it's going to another Canadian collector, I thought I'd make this video just to preserve the historical significance of the aircraft with all of you. So let's get on with the video. Let me start by saying that the model is 57 inches long. That's from nose to tail. And if you do the math, that works out to 1/20th scale. So this is a monster. And it would have been delivered in 1968. I believe the model was made by Pacific Miniatures of California, and it was probably commissioned by the Boeing company for presentation to CP Air here in Vancouver back in the day. So the model, here we are in the year 2024. The model has seen definitely better days, and I'm going to give you a walk around and share some interesting history with the model and with the aircraft itself, the real aircraft, so that you guys can make the connection historically to what this aircraft is all about. So basically, this is quite authentic, the configuration of the logo and maple leaf up at the front. As you can see that they put in the decal signifies that there was a forward air stair, which was actually accurate to the real aircraft. And look at the engine. We have the very small fairing for the engine to wing inlet, upper inlet there, and that is accurate to the actual aircraft. And as we walk around the model, those of you that are quite familiar with your Boeing 737-200s, you'll notice that the aircraft has a short pipe. This is the original configuration of the JT8D9A engine on the first batch of, I think, maybe 50 or 100 737-200s were delivered with the short pipe. In about 69, the engines were extended back, and there was a sound suppression added here. And of course, the rest of the Boeing production, 737-200 production, was of the extended pipe. But this is definitely original to 1968. And carrying around to the back here, look at this. Look at the registration. The registration is CF-CPB, and I do have something interesting to tell you about this registration. One of my greatest sources of Canadian airline history is Dr. John Blatherwick's book called The Airlines of Canada, which he published back in the 1970s. And it's a fleet listing of all of the major airlines in Canada, such as Air Canada, CP Air, Pacific Western, Quebec Air. And this is what I use for many of my videos. So there you go. This is a great resource. Actually, I'm thinking it needs to be republished and on my to-do list. Anyhow, let's talk about the registration on this aircraft, CF-CPB. That was, in fact, the registration of the very first 737-200 delivered to CP Air in 1968. So yeah, CF-CPB, real registration. We know that dates this model to the date of the delivery of the aircraft, which was in 1968. So this is an authentic 1968 model. So it really is something quite special. For that reason, it's made of one-piece fiberglass, and as I say, it is it's about 55 years old now, 55 years old, this model. Of course, the real airplane is long gone, but the model itself will be living here in Canada. It'll be going to a collector in Alberta, and let's hope that he continues the tradition of preserving these models, and hopefully he'll maybe even restore the model. We'll have to see. So there you can see it, the original registration, CF-CPB, and of course there's the vintage old CP Air logo. And yeah, the aircraft is, as I say, we're talking about a model that's 55 years old. So I'm 60 years old, and this airplane is about 4 or 5 years younger than me. So it's definitely of original 1968 vintage. There's a nose-on view. I should point out that CP Air They introduced this famous orange colors when they put the Boeing 737 into service. So that's also kind of a very special, there's a nice view of the front there. This is a nice special historical factoid that I wanted to share with you guys, that it was this airplane, the 737-200, that led to the introduction of this absolutely fabulous color scheme, the big orange, as I like to call it. But it's a pretty basic model. There's no surface showing, escape routes or leading edge slats. None of that's here. It's a big, heavy. Well, it's not heavy, but it is fiberglass. So it's a very strong model. And there we've got the windows. What do they call those? I forget. There's a name for these windows. Tip of the tongue phenomena. And underside of the model. Of course, yeah, these airplanes were based here in Vancouver for pretty much, their entire life. And of course, they had bases in, I believe, Toronto as well. But this model is really quite authentic. If I was keeping the model, I would probably redo the silver, redo the orange, repaint the white, repaint the red there. That's what I would be doing, and it would be a multi-year project, and it would be gorgeous when it would be completed. We have a little bit of a fiberglass loss there, but that's not difficult at all to repair. But yeah, the lines are good on the model. The wing dihedral is looking quite nice, actually, to my eye. Looking really quite nice. And there were sister models to this as well, because CPR also ordered the 1/20th scale huge floor models of the 727-100, which I've seen at various museums. I know they have one in Edmonton at the museum in downtown Edmonton, which if you ever happen to find yourself in Edmonton, I definitely recommend that you go check out the Aviation Museum at the old municipal airport. Well worth seeing. They've got a good selection of aircraft display models, but definitely their 727 model is quite nice. And they've got a big DC-8 model as well. So put that in your to-do list if you haven't been there. So just to show you, this is Dr. Blatherwick's book, Airlines of Canada, published in, I believe, 1977. And if we go to the CPR section right here, if we look at the 737 CF-CPB, there it is. It's tail number 701, delivered in 68. It was in the first batch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 37s, 701 through 705. Registration CF-CPB, C, D, E, PU. And then in 69, they took PV and PZ from Boeing as well. So definitely this aircraft is one of the first batches of CPR 737s. And I don't know how many of these models they would have actually made. Maybe, hard to say, maybe half a dozen. And how many of them survived to the year 2024? I don't know. But this one's in really nice shape, actually. Yeah, we've got a bit of paint loss and whatnot, and the damage. But you know what? Again, we're talking about a model that is 55 years old. So I would say it's in pretty good shape for 55 years old. It looks awesome. And as I say, it will continue to live in Alberta. And hopefully I'll find other CPR models as well to add and share with you guys. But this one is just, too big. Don't have space for it, and it just has to go to another home. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely, I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section of the video. If you have any models like this that you would like to sell, that are surplus to your needs, or you just would like to get rid of them, remember, I'm always a cash buyer, and feel free to send me an email. My email is henrytenby@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to discuss your model disposal availabilities. So thanks for watching again. Appreciate the thumbs up. And if you're not already a member, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my videos. Thanks again. Happy model collecting. Bye for now. Hi there, my name is Henry Tenby, and I'd like to tell you about my brand new book. It's called From Lodestars to Jets, and it's the most image-heavy, comprehensive, it's the most extensive history on Air Canada, Trans-Canada Airlines that has ever been published in the annals of aviation history. The book
is absolutely loaded with images that many of which have never been seen before. Let's have a look at the pages, and then you can decide if this book deserves a spot on your bookshelf.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of the book. Isn't that gorgeous? It is printed on 105 GSM paper, so it's super high quality paper. It is absolutely loaded with images. As I say, there are approximately 600 images, just under 300 pages. Many of these images have never been seen before. And the stories that are within these pages, many of them have long been forgotten. And it is information that is absolutely fascinating relating to engineering and fleet planning and fleet development issues at TransCanada Airlines. Look at that Viscount wing structure design, feathering system. We've got a section on the Bristol Freighter, some face changes around TCA engineering, and then sections on the Connie. Models make moolah, of course, for you aircraft model fans. Whole sections on the Connie North Star. There we go. Engineering Department, 1950. Fabulous shot taken at, where's this? Cartierville. Absolutely gorgeous. And this will take you back to the good old days of TransCanada Airlines. As I say, I believe this is the most comprehensive history on TransCanada, Avro jetliner, that's right. TransCanada Airlines was instrumental in the development of this aircraft. Of course, up to the jet age, the introduction of service to the DC-8s, and other airplanes that were considered by TCA at the time. This is not the same old Air Canada history that we've seen many times over the decades. This is all brand new information, brand new stories.
I've posted a link in the upper right-hand corner of this video that'll take you to the book information and order page. Also, I should point out that time is of the essence. Limited production on these books. Once they're sold out, they're probably sold out forever. And I hope you will enjoy the book as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Thank you very much.